Right now, we are 8,166 voters ahead of this day in history in 2020, and I think we will hit 60,000 plus for this cycle, which will be a Cuyahoga County record for early in-person voting.
We are in the final days of early voting, and tonight the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections is preparing for record-breaking turnout. Director Anthony Perlotti says they already topped the county's record that was set back in 2008. Nearly 74% of all absentee ballots mailed out have been returned, and they anticipate a busy weekend ahead. Perlotti says they are likely to scan up to 10,000 ballots today, tomorrow, and Sunday.
And one of the biggest questions for voters this election is State Issue 1. The group behind the proposed amendment argues the ballot language is biased.
It's the longest section on the ballot, and for some voters we spoke to, it's one of the more confusing issues. Matt Rascone breaks it down.
Did you read through the language on the ballot?
No, I didn't read through it all.
Supporters say it's Ohio's path to end gerrymandering in the state. But according to the page-long language on your ballot, State Issue 1 would require gerrymandering.
Everything seems contradictory. It's very confusing.
No wonder some voters we spoke to were confused.
It was, but I figured it out.
Oh, it's just all the wording. I don't know, a bit of pressure when you're in there for time.
So reading through the entire ballot for that, it's not clear what's going on whatsoever.
The proposed constitutional amendment is 31 pages long. It would create a citizens commission, 5 Republicans, 5 Democrats, 5 independents.
How confusing was that?
It wasn't. Yes.
If Issue 1 passes, it would void all existing district maps and get rid of the current commission, made up of 7 elected officials and lawmakers. 5 are Republicans, 2 Democrats. Opponents argue the amendment would require districts to be gerrymandered to ensure Republicans and Democrats can each win a set number of seats.
No, everything seemed to be pretty in order for me.
But State Issue 1 says it would ban gerrymandering by requiring voting districts that favor each political party to correspond closely to statewide party preferences.
I read the spark notes of it, essentially, and I knew what to vote on. But if I had just gone in reading what was on the ballot, probably would have skipped it.
9 members would have to approve the maps, and the public could weigh in during several public meetings. Bottom line, Maureen, voters we spoke to say do your homework before you head to the polls.
Matt, if Issue 1 passes, what's the timeline for these new legislative maps?
Yeah, the new Citizens Commission would have to draw up these maps by September next year. That's so they can be in place for the midterm election. After that, the next new maps will be drawn up after the census in 2030, and then every 10 years after that.
All right, Matt Rascone, live for us. Thank you.
Hey, join us Tuesday beginning at 4 o'clock for our special election coverage. You can watch it here on WKYC or on our streaming app, WKYC Plus. We have live updates as the polls and the results roll in. And we have a full election guide with everything you need to know from polling locations, ballot questions, and issue breakdowns. Just text the word VOTE to 216-344-3300. You see it on the screen there, 216-344-3300, and we'll send you that guide right to your phone.